Hello everybody and welcome back to An Idiot's Road to Glory, episode number 6. And it's lucky number 6 for you guys who want to know how to win on squad battles. Although, lucky number 6 definitely isn't a thing, and I've literally just invented that off the top of my head. There's unlucky number 13, but we're not that quite far there. We're not that quite far into the Road to Glory. That's probably going to be some foot draft or something like that. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked before you've already even started this video. And in fact, this video, half of this video was meant to be yesterday's video, but yesterday's video ended up being really long. So I'm sure most of you guys have watched that. If you haven't, there's a playlist down in the description. But in that one, I ended up building all the way up to playing this squad battles game and showing you guys how to do it. And then realizing I was already going to be like 20 minutes into the video and it's going to end up being like 50 minutes long. So instead I showed you guys how to make some easy coins that I did. But that is relevant. Today we are actually getting into the game. It is against this absolutely ridiculous team on Legendary, and as we go through the game, things that happen that are going to be talking points or tips that I can give you guys to be using when you're playing FIFA in general yourself, and more specifically against the teams on Legendary and squad battles, because it is a ridiculous way to make some coins. I haven't fully edited this, but I basically just talk and give you guys tips about how to play FIFA 18 for like 90% of this game. So there's a lot of chit chat, but hopefully it's going to be very useful for you guys, and hopefully we're going to get that win in squad battles as well and get up that leaderboard, get some stupidly good coins for this series. And yeah, let's just stop delaying it any longer, because we delayed it 25 minutes yesterday. Let's just get straight in. I'll hand yourself back over to myself and I'll teach you how to win some squad battles on Legendary, or Legendary as you all keep shouting at me for saying. So here we go. This is by far the best team I have played outside the foot draft on either account. Oh god, that is a terrible first pass. So one of my first things that I would say about playing against Legendary, so if you want to get into Elite and Gold and stuff like that, you do need to be playing against the computer on Legendary. They intercept absolutely everything. Like, that is not an exaggeration. If you think playing normal foot and there's a pass on and you're like, can I make that pass? If the answer isn't 100% yes, don't pass it against the computer, because they will intercept it. It's stupid. If there's a 75% chance that it might go through playing against people, absolutely 0% chance it goes through against the computer. It's a joke. You'll notice it yourself that your players get megged and stuff all the time. I assume you've got to press a button to intercept the pass. And obviously, actual people, I'm definitely going to get smashed in this game from talking to you guys that I'm playing. Actual people won't press the button because they can't react fast enough. But when the game's set to Legendary, also this was a horrendous choice of kits. They blend into the pitch and I blend into the pitch, like the different parts of the pitch. On Legendary, the computer just reacts instantly every single time. If you go near them, it will tackle you. If you pass the ball anywhere near them, it will intercept it. So you've got to be very careful in possession. However, one thing I have found that's good for keeping possession is the RB button. Not a lot of people know this, and not a lot of people know the other one as well, but it's a little bit more known. If you press LB, it makes a player make a run. Like, see my right back going down the line there? If you press RB or R1, it makes a man come towards you and then like come towards the ball instead of running away from it. Like, see, he's just faced me up towards the ball. And it's so useful against the computer, because for some reason the default on this game is everyone just wants to charge in behind the defense. And it just doesn't work because the computer's so good at intercepting through balls. And look at that, that's stupid. That obviously should have went to my left mid. So the most effective thing I have found is, that was definitely a back pass, is the RB button. Call a man short, pass it to him. Maybe call another man short of him and pass it to him. Or there might be a 1-2. 1-2s are very effective against the computer. But normal, just watching for a run and trying to through ball it in behind isn't at all. So that drop close, call the man towards you, whatever you want to call it, and just play it into his feet with A. These kits are actually tilting me so much. This is a horrendous idea. Is very effective. That's one of the best things I've found for breaking down the computer and winning against the AI. See, like, that's just stupid. This is me chit-chatting to you guys, right? We're doing okay. We've kept a clean sheet in the first 27 minutes, but we haven't really had a decent chance. See, like that pass then, I pressed RB, but it doesn't always call the player that you want it to call towards you. Like, it doesn't always react instantly as well. If he'd have been run towards me, that would have been a guaranteed pass into his feet. But because it wasn't, I've lost the ball. Lukaku's smashing me on the counter-attack, and that's 1-0. So it's just about keeping the ball. That wasn't very good defending because I started chit-chatting to you guys as well. I shouldn't have been controlling that. I think it's my left back with the green boots there. They finish absolutely everything on legendaries, else you've got to make sure you do so. Obviously, some of the tips are just be good at FIFA, like be good at scoring when you get your chance. Be good at defending is a hard one this year because defending has only just come out. It's changed a lot. Oh, I'm doing the wrong skill move. One of the things Nepo said, and it's very, very true, the computer is oblivious to the Berber spin, and you can just rinse them with it every single time if you've got some 4-star skillers. And the other thing that he pointed out as well is the computer always plays to win, which is never done before in previous FIFAs. So if I went 1-0 up, it would try its hardest to go like all out attack and get a goal back to get level and then go ahead. Whereas when it's one ahead itself, obviously it's still going to attack and play football, but it'll be a bit more defensive and sit back a little bit more and just make sure it doesn't concede, although this team that I'm playing against is absolutely ridiculous. So defending tips, don't dive in until you know 100% that you can tackle them. That's just awful from me. That might sound like the most common sense thing in the world, but you'd be surprised how many people just go sprinting straight at you online and you just walk past them on this game. Is that half time? Okay, that's half time. Right, so we'll have defending tips and then I'm going to try and get a goal back after the break. Do not sprint when you're jockeying as well. That's a thing from the old FIFA. You run backwards and just jockey towards the goal, blocking the passes, holding sprint and holding jockey. Doesn't work at all. You turn so slowly when you've got hold of sprint that you'll just get rinsed inside out. Sprint to get into position. Look at that, I haven't even had a shot. The legendary is ridiculous at defending, especially against this stupid French team. Jockey, run, sprint back to get in position. So if someone does you down the line and you're behind them, obviously you need to sprint to catch up to them. But as soon as you catch up to them, let go of sprint. Oh, you've got to finish that across the keeper. Fecky, I double tapped there and everything. Let go of sprint, I was saying, wasn't I? And then jockey them just by holding L2, otherwise you will get absolutely rinsed. See, that's what I'm talking about, where they're just obsessed with running through on goal or making the run in behind. And even when you pass the ball to their feet, if they've already started the run, there ain't no way they turn around and coming towards the ball. So you've got to tell them to do it with RB. No, Pogba. Goalkeepers from corners on this game are just tragic. Like, there's nothing you can do. If you get good at swinging a ball and you've got big players, there's no tips I can give you. You will just concede. I could have saved that. It's even worse on pro clubs as well. Okay, we're 2-0 down. One thing I would say as well is don't get disheartened. Like, you get good points for just losing on Legendary, which I found out the other day when I couldn't win any games. And you will still go up to like gold or something like that simply for playing on Legendary. But obviously, if you can get wins and score goals, it does help quite a bit. Okay, we're back in here 2-1. 5-star weak foot of Ben Yedder is coming in an absolute dream there to make the head mess up the save. Oh no, Ben Yedder nodded it in. That was Fecky smashing it then, wasn't it? Fair. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 2-2. Right. I've given you guys quite a lot of tips and I've now stopped talking simply because I want to win. It's going a lot better. There's a cheeky little finish from Dembele. In off the post. Beautiful. Okay, 2-0. Come on, we can do this. See, the computer starts to get desperate now with passes like that. I don't know how I haven't locked onto that ball. Passes like that from David Luiz. Is the computer getting desperate because it's not ahead? See? And it starts messing up, trying to do stupid stuff. Whereas before, it was just dominating the game and not letting me touch the ball. So you need to bear that in mind with how you play. And not panic and concede. Once you've conceded one goal or once you've scored a goal, don't immediately go and concede two because the computer starts bombing it forward. Which is one of the things that I was doing all the time. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to do David Luiz for pace, but it is a very, very silly idea. I can see that pass to Aguero. Come here, son. Oh, come on, Doucouré, you massive tank. You got the ball off him and then you forgot about it. See what I mean? With smashing them when they get over excited to score. Oh my god, they've done him inside. I thought he was going to step up. That's what I mean, though. They're trying so hard to score now that it's very easy for me to hit them on the counter-attack and get in on their goal. Because they're that desperate to get back in front.
Data processing.
That's a terrible ball, though. See, Bailey's playing up front because it's the 82nd minute. They're all out attack because they want the win. Oh, Dembele, please. What a challenge. Holy moly. Okay, are they going to have the goalie up and everything from this? They're not. I'm going to be annoyed if he concedes another corner, though. Nah, Doucouré's got that. Beautiful. De Bruyne is doing very, very good defending for this guy's team. I can't wait to be able to afford him myself. He's always been one of my favourite players on FIFA.
Data processing.
There it nearly was. The last minute goal from them playing so aggressive. Can we get a corner goal to even up the corners? That's a good ball. That's a decent header, but it's De Gea. Okay, it's going to go to extra time. I haven't had one of these go to extra time as well. And a tip that I would have is that apparently it's impossible to win on penalties against Legendary. See, I've been absolutely smashed there, but I should have won in the end with them counter-attacks. I couldn't make them count at the very end. I assume the computer's going to play exactly the same now, and hopefully I'll be able to go a goal ahead. Because like I said, apparently winning penalties on Legendary is impossible. They just smash it top bins every single go. Oh, that's such a terrible touch. I was just about to say as well, getting a sick team really, really helps. I'd say this FIFA is one of the most pay-to-win FIFAs I've ever played. And the good thing is it doesn't necessarily have to be pay real money to win. You just have to... Like, I should have defended that. I should have changed that guy in the middle, but it shouldn't have even happened. Like, I threw the ball out to my left back and he took the most horrendous touch and lost the ball. One of the reasons I threw it to him as well is the stupid new minimap where you change, but the dots that you are, the colours of the dots, have got absolutely nothing to do with anything. I think it's home and away. So I was double checking which colour dot it was, and then by that time, he had a man really close to him. But anyway, it's pay to win in that fact that better players make so much more of a difference this year. But obviously there's so many things now with like squad battles and foot champs and stuff that it doesn't have to be pay money. We should have scored that. It just pay good play, pay like with your time or like with being good at FIFA and just grinding out a sick squad. 100% we should have scored that though. Don't know if that was my finishing, De Gea, or a bit of both. Oh my god, Bibiani, that is tragic.
Data processing.
Can you see the difference in the computer's style of play now? They've got De Bruyne and Ozil back defending because they're a goal ahead. Wait, they've still got Bailey up front. What the hell? Maybe I'm talking rubbish, but that is how it works. Maybe it just hasn't adapted from it yet. Half time and extra time. I feel like if I wasn't recording this video to show you guys how to be good at the squad battles, I would be a lot better at the squad battles, which is ironic, but it doesn't matter too much. We should still be able to push into Gold 1, maybe Elite by the end of the week. When Bibiani bangs this, we might even get it now. Although it was Maxim, not Bibiani. It was a strike and a half though. That was a terrible run in the box. Can you see how we're easily in behind again though? As soon as we go level, the computer really wants to score. And their defense is all over the place because they're too busy concentrating on the attack. Oh my god. Oh my god, no! Fekir, what are you doing with that finish? We do need a goal before the 120th minute though, because apparently there's absolutely no way that I am winning this game on penalties. No! You've got to be joking me. Oh my god, that was the one. That was the chance. Dembele, please. How many chances have I had? Okay, this is literally entirely my own fault now that I just can't finish. I know we conceded a stupid corner, but this is 100% my fault for not scoring these chances. If you guys are better at finishing than me, if you put these things, that's going to pens, isn't it? If you use the stuff, and I'm doing it myself, I just can't score at the end. You will be able to absolutely smash squad battles, right? I haven't taken a penalty on this game yet, and apparently the computer's absolutely insane. Okay, we can't have the target. Brilliant. I'm pretty sure... Okay, the target does come up. Let's go that way. There we go. Apparently, though, it's impossible to save the computer's pens. They just smash it top bins every time. We shall see. It's not. Ooh, okay, Mandanda. Let's go. That might be a bit hard. No. Ooh, okay. I might give you guys a tip that just isn't true at all. Reeve, everyone's been telling me you just get smashed every single time. Can we save this one too? No! That was 100% the right way and he's mucked it up. We gave him the eyes. We slotted it the other way. Come on. This is a joke. How is Mandanda not saved? This must be what Reeve's on about. How is he not saving that? This eyes thing does seem to work, because if you guys didn't know, watch the penalty kick take his head and you can see which way he's meant to kick it. And it seems to work every single go against the computer. There we go. Stupid Pogba with his Penenka chip. And we've actually won on pens there. We should have won anyway. So I'm not going to say I'm buzzing to have won the game, because we absolutely 100% should have. And we probably wouldn't have conceded the first 2 goals if I wasn't just chit-chatting for like the first 15 minutes of the video or the game. But we've got the result anyway. We've got the win. 87 rated team, 100 chem. And we've smashed it with our stupid little 10k French team. Definitely deserved the win in the end. And we managed to do it on penalties as well. So we're going to be flying up the ranks. We should be into gold. What are we in? Are we in gold 3? Yeah, and we've cruised into gold 2. And we are 1,300 points, so 2 wins and we'll be into gold 1 as well. So that is very, very nice. To summarise, basically, the tips. There we go. There's my wins. 2-1, 3-2, 2-0, and on penalties, which is a bit ridiculous. And we've got 4 more opponents, and in 7 hours we get 4 more again to keep on smashing. So, tips. Don't sprint when you're defending, just contain. Use R1, RB, whatever you want to call it, to actually play some passes, because the computer intercepts everything. Don't panic and recognise how the computer is going to change depending on what the score is. It'll like play average if you're drawing. It'll try and so hard to score if it's the last minute and you're still drawing, or if you're ahead to get back into the game. And if it's absolutely battering you, it'll sit back and you can take your time to pass it around and work yourself back into the game. So there's lots of different ones. I've probably missed some, but you guys, if you're watching this video, you've watched it all anyway and heard them during the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We're doing very, very well. We've got 5.5k. Let me know what you'd like to see me do tomorrow. We'll probably do some squad builder challenges to try and get some sick packs on the go and get ourselves like some proper quality players to be putting into this team. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.